problem against this team for most
No
of the
doubt.
season. What happened again this one?
Well, I thought right out of the gate, I thought we didn't guard Russell with the intensity you probably need to stop him from getting a rhythm. And then once he got going, he put our bigs in a bad spot because you're either going to come up or you're going to and give up those lobs like we did the rest of the game to Allen, or he's going to make it. So he did a great job. Hats off to them. That was disappointing. That was something that we were obviously honed in on from the last few times we played them.
And Brett, you, in the beginning of the third quarter there, about 9 minutes or so, you called a timeout. You seemed especially upset.
Yeah, I was really frustrated with the. I don't think we valued possessions at the level we need to be a good team. That's what I just talked about, and I get it. I mean, we played really hard last night. Last night was a tough game, but every possession all year matters, and we haven't been great at that. And that's one of the things that if we're going to make it anywhere significant, they've all got to matter equally, offensively, defensively, moving it, all of those things. And I didn't think anybody was on their A game by any means tonight, and I think that we'll all just need to be better.
Coach, oftentimes when you're asked about Gordon, it's about the scoring and all that stuff, but just the way that he's moving, the athleticism that you're seeing, how have you seen that trend over the last few weeks since you guys have been back from the All-Star break?
Well, I think we saw it from really middle of January on. I think you can ask him about all that. He probably analyzes that more than I do. We just, they put you in a tough spot because they're always trying to drive everybody on the court. A bunch of our guys did a good job in isolation at different times. Gordon did as well, and then got scored on a couple times. Everybody did. So they put you in a tough spot. And the other thing that I thought were really big, we just fouled early in each of the second, third, and fourth quarters, and then you send guys to the line for any physical play at all. So we need to be better at that.
It's 6 3-pointers in the second half. I mean, it seemed like, as John said in pregame, they put you guys in mid-range, and you guys took a lot of twos.
No, I didn't think our shot selection was very good all night. So that's something that, again, I think that goes back to, we have to value the ball. We have to value possessions. It's a big part of playing the right way. And credit them, because one thing that they do that makes you do that is they stick Allen at the rim. So again, layups are really hard to come by. They don't foul, and they do a really good job of then, late switching on the shooters. So you have to make some of those, but you have to probe for good ones first.
Even if you're good best defender on the floor, it seems like you couldn't stop Denver also in the third quarter. What did you think? What do you think about the defense? In bowl games?
I think he's a stud. I think he's a really good player. Guys in this league are going to go on runs. You got to do your best to slow them down. You got to do your best to score on the other end and really value possessions. And then you try to make it as hard as possible. We tried to switch him. We tried to do all kinds of different things on the pick and roll. And, he went on that one run early, and that really hurt us. And he's done that in each of our games. It's been about a 5-minute spurt that he's been just dynamite. That's why he was an all-star. And, the one thing I don't want to do is take away from what he is doing, because he's having a heck of a year.
Right, it's like a step. You guys took a step forward last night, feeling good, and come back and lose. Even without Allen Carey, it's just a step back. How do you view this tonight?
I mean, it's a loss. It goes on the right side of the column. None of us like to lose. We want to play better. So it's a good team. They're going to be. I hope. It's going to be a heck of a run down the stretch. They've got a heck of a schedule, and they've had a heck of a schedule. But I don't want to. A lot of teams get beat here. A lot of teams get beat by these guys. This is a good basketball team. That said, we need to play better.
Do you feel like you still have some doubts or uncertainties before going to this last stretch before the playoff?
I have some what?
Some doubts about the identity of the team, what your
I know what it needs to be
and
for us to be good. Yeah, so it's just a matter of us being really committed to it.
Brady talked in Charlotte about evaluating guys for playoff minutes. Are guys playing themselves out of playoff minutes, games like
I
this?
think you're always evaluating things, but each matchup's going to bring different opportunities. And the one thing is, I want guys to find the best version of themselves prior to that. Everybody's going to go through stretches where it's not going as well. There are nights where you're sick. There are nights where you don't feel as good. We're done with back-to-backs where we've got some still significant travel, but at the end of the day, there's no reason for everybody to be fresh and ready to roll from here on out. And so I'm excited to see if we can't make some progress.
And quickly, Baines' knee.
Yeah, the reason I didn't put Baines back in was my decision. I just didn't want him to throw himself back into that with hitting his knee. I think he's fine. He said he was fine. Sometimes those things swell tomorrow, so we'll have to look at that. But no doubt, right when I saw him go down, that was not a good feeling.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Brad.